Yo, what is going on? How's everyone doing today? Anthony's Gaming Show. I hope you're excited for some more fun Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis news updates. You know, what is Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis? You may be asking, and that's what we're going to be here to talk about today, you guys. We're going to talk about what the game is, what is the story, soldier story, brand new to it, what other stories are going to be told, game mechanics, how is the gacha going to work, what is the point of the costumes, the weapons, the material, and more. So let's go ahead and get into it. So let's start off. What is Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis? This is going to be a game with all of the games inside. So it's going to be like little chapters. They said they're going to be releasing different chapters monthly, and we'll be able to go through the story of the different game and see kind of like a small cliff note version, so we know kind of a little bit about each different parts. File it all in one cohesive little environment in the mobile game. Yeah, you guys, we will be playing the game on our mobile devices, so make sure you guys are ready for that. If you haven't, go ahead and pre-register. We got some really cool rewards. We're going to be talking about that, like I said, here shortly. When it comes to the new part, you guys, for First Soldier, I'm really excited for this. We're going to be seeing a lot of new information about young Sephiroth and also some other three main characters here in the game. We're going to be learning a lot more about Glenn Lockberg, as well as Matt Winstrom and Lucia Lynn. So I'm excited to see how that went about. We're getting an actual full-blooded story, you guys, with these three characters. They are soldiers of Shinra, and they are going to figure out what happens. I just want to see what happens, how this is going to progress, and fill in some of the gaps maybe that we've had in the storyline, and see kind of how Sephiroth was before the entire craziness. There's so much that we can do with this game, and I'm just really excited to see how that goes about. Final Fantasy Ever Crisis is going to be including games such as Final Fantasy Crisis Core, Final Fantasy VII. We're going to be getting the First Soldier, which is the new storyline specifically for this game with young Sephiroth. We're going to be adapting Advent Children into gameplay, as well as the Verge of Cerberus. So I'm interested to see how those last two are going to go into it, because they were a shooting game and a movie. So it's gonna be cool how they're going to transition that into the mobile game aspect. So they said all of Final Fantasy VII up front, which I think is weird because we still haven't seen character models for some of the characters, which we'll get into that in the gameplay part, but coming up here soon. Because going into the gameplay section is that the game is going to be using the little chibi forms of our characters that are going to be in First Soldier. Even Zack, they have their cool little chibi characters that you saw during the original games, and they're also doing a lot. They're also showing off how the original graphics are being brought into the mobile game. I think it's kind of cool because it's doing a lot of nostalgia, but it also probably just makes it easier for the gaming code. But it's going to be cool because they're updating the battle system. So we're going to be using 7's Remake's ATB system, the active time battle system, which will be really cool because then you have your three different characters in your party working together to fight the enemies, kind of like the turn-based, but a little more. During the battle segments, we'll actually be getting full rendered versions of the character models, which they've been using from the remake saga. So I think that's really cool. And it looks like the costumes you put on your characters will be reflected both in combat and on the overworld if it's with Cloud or one of the other main characters during the story at that time. And the reason why I said the gameplay at that time, because I'm pretty sure the way they're going to be doing this is we're going to be getting certain characters unlocked, of course, because of story progression. Like you start the game off as Cloud. Obviously, everyone's starting off with Cloud. But just because we get to the part after Midgar when we meet Cid and Cat Sith, I don't think those characters are going to be actually playable in the game right away. Big brain moment here. I'm thinking they'll use the chibi characters, which we're used to seeing because they're bringing those from the original games. But for the actual battle mechanics, during the fight scenes, we won't see like the full 3D versions of it because it hasn't came out yet, because that's in part 2. So maybe, like, you know how mobile games like to do special little events, they probably could save that for when they release the trailer for the next part, or even a release date for the next part of the Final Fantasy VII Remake trilogy saga thing that we got going on here, y'all. So I'm excited to see how Cat Sith and Cid look in there, but we probably won't know till later, because you can see in this picture it has different characters from different games all in one party. So you're going to be able able to pick your characters, unlock characters later on when they become available, and then you can make your dream team little thing going on. So even if someone's not in that part of the story, you can still use them in gameplay. Because the cool part is, with the gacha mechanic, we are going to be over here rolling for these different costumes. So who doesn't love dressing up their characters in different outfits and everything? And the real cool part is that we've had so many people download the game in time, you guys, that we've given in a golden free ticket. So we'll be able to pick one of these different costumes above. I'm sure with other outfits and everything, we're going to have to re-roll trying to get those. You know, you'll probably have your in-game currency that you'll be able to get, or of course you can use your real money to go ahead and buy more in-game currency. So that's what the gacha is going to be doing. You can also customize your weapons. There's little skill trees of the weapons, as well as our summons. So I'm sure that will be useful, gaining different materials and different weapon choices in the little roles that we'll be doing, because that's the whole point of the gacha game. Yes, you guys, we can play this game. It's free to play if you want. You can go ahead and just check out the new story for First Soldier, so you can see the background of kind of what happens with Sephiroth and all that. But if you want to invest in the game and try and like get the most out of it, well, not the most out of it. If you guys want to invest in the game and help the developers and try and get better stuff, then you go ahead and do that. That's your choice. We'll go ahead and I'll see how much I can go and do. We'll see. So you guys subscribe, because I like to try and make some guides, see what we're going to be doing, showing you guys how the best way to get things and the best way to spend your currency. I didn't get to play the beta, but they did have a closed beta for Android devices. I have an iPhone. They took a lot of criticism and a lot of stuff that the community had said and are using it together in order to make the game better. And not many other developers do that, you guys. I mean, this game is also made by the people who play Nier Replicant, who made Nier Replicant on mobile device, and that game's been going pretty good since it came out, and it's another Square Enix, you know, title. So I think this is going to be a really big deal. I don't think this is something you can sleep on, even if you just do the free to play and you don't know the entire story of Final Fantasy. This looks like it's going to be a really cool way to get introduced to it. I am going to be live streaming all the Final Fantasy games over here on YouTube, you guys. So if that's something you like to do, or check out the VODs afterwards, they'll be up here on the channel. We do that Fridays, 11 a.m. Pacific time. Playing 16 right now, but as soon as we beat that, we're gonna go ahead and play the original 7, and then I want to play the remake and real spiced up, because I'm pretty sure next month we're going to be getting a new trailer from the Tokyo Game Show. But okay, you guys, like I said, I'm really excited for this game. Please do subscribe to the channel for more information and guides, tips, and trips, and all those cool different things. I'll be seeing you guys next time. Please do check out one of these other videos, because it really does help the channel. There's other Final Fantasy playlists of all the Final Fantasy things that I do, or whatever they think is best for you to watch. So until the next time, you guys, it's been Anthony's Gaming Show. Y'all have a wonderful day, night, evening, or whatever time it's been for you. Until the next time, bye-bye.